We're more than 4 months into this pandemic, and there's still no bold national plan to safely return kids to the classroom.
Questions about COVID in the classroom are growing.
Reopening schools safely in the midst of a pandemic. First of all, I think it can be done, but I think we should be prepared to be creative. The most important thing we can do to reopen schools safely is to make sure that we have a handle on transmission in the surrounding community. So in areas where transmission is increasing, I think it's going to be hard to reopen schools. Unfortunately, in probably 80% of U.S. states, they are now seeing increases in cases. It's possible that if we reconvene schools, there may be cases in the school. The goal, though, is to have enough safety protocols in place where if the school has to close, it may just be for a few days. We don't want to get to a place where schools open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. But nonetheless, I think schools will have to act when there is a case. It's also possible that we may want to open schools in phases, and in which case we may target certain students that we should be prioritizing to return. Younger children probably benefit most from in-classroom instruction and probably have a harder time with remote educational approaches. We should also be thinking about students with special needs. We may want to also think about creating in-school bubbles, and that's basically a defined, limited number of students and staff who only have contact with each other throughout the day. The value of creating bubbles is that you limit the number of people you come in contact with, which can limit the opportunities to become infected with the virus. But also, if you are infected, there are fewer numbers of people then that you potentially can spread that virus to. And if the case does occur, then we are less worried about it exposing the whole school